Turn their computers on stands.
Okay.
Because that was a fantastic idea from Eden, because he's very smart. And now we can actually read it at the same time. Perfect. Okay, so a good idea. Oh, no, 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 no! What the heck are you doing? Oh, damn it!
How's it going?
Oh, funny you should ask. Not great, as it turns out. We were rolling along perfectly. Things were looking up. I actually thought this one might have worked. They were getting it. It was in their grasp. And I was about to get a promotion.
What
Ugh,
happened?
sucks. Oh, look, it's hard to tell. We're going to have to pull the data and run some analysis. Top line, though, it looks like they're keen on suffering. Despite a couple of decades moving towards equality, human rights, freedom, and opportunity for all, religion has made an ugly comeback and nationalism is on the rise. And as if that's not bad enough, they've also got into their heads to start making nuclear weapons again, all in the space of 10 years. Unfortunately, it looks like this simulation is set to failure too.
Time to pull the plug.
No, not yet, although time is running out.
You scheduled a meteorite?
No, look, it's looking increasingly like they'll end the experiment themselves.
How?
Other than nuclear weapons and ever-present danger, of course, the biggest issue that they've pushed their planet close to tipping point. Not a lot of time till the whole thing becomes unviable for their needs. They know it, they just choose not to see it.
Some of... I think you read that right.
No. What's wrong? What's wrong?
Oh. What is wrong with them? It's all there. They have everything they need to make better decisions. Why can't they see it?
Some of them definitely get it, but something is stopping wisdom from permeating the species. It's actively pushing it out. It's like a self-replicating virus has taken root into their collective brain and it keeps them moving around, suffering and chaos and tribal allegiances. But they've upgraded from access to nuclear weapons, so the consequences are just so much more radical.
Maybe it's the tribalism fix we patched it previously. We've run this simulation 9 times and it still ends up here.
Yeah, but without it, they would have died off long before they even discovered language. I mean, we tested that extensively. The babies just got eaten. All the time. It was horrible. Couldn't get critical mass. No. They just can't get to this level without being able to cooperate in groups. There must be something else to it.
Is it a timing thing? They seem to develop technology to kill themselves and the planet before they even reach enlightenment.
Maybe the problem is enlightenment itself. Maybe humans aren't equipped to attain enlightenment.
They show more promise than the dinosaurs. Although we hamstrung the T-Rex with those tiny arms, and they are definitely not ill-equipped. They've got the biggest computing power engineered sitting in their skulls.
No, it's got to be a software issue.
I agree. They managed to upgrade hardware, but they're still running out of archaic software. Some of them, anyway. It clearly interferes with their decision-making capability.
And brings them teetering to the edge of extinction. Damn it! They have access to better software. They just need to open their eyes and experience the world. I mean, instant download. Something gets in the way. There must be a bug in the code.
Okay, let's think it through. Survival means they need to belong in a group, right? Well, so forming tribal bonds is part of a program. And feeling connected to others is key. Okay, what else do we reckon fundamental to the human condition?
Well, along with opposable thumbs, we had to program in imagination and curiosity, because without it, they just don't leave the trees and they don't look up at the stars and they don't wonder about possibilities, which means they don't develop metacognition and they don't seek answers. Mind you, that simulation was probably better than the one we have now. things were definitely more in balance across the globe, but there was still no attainment of wisdom. And they didn't have any access to their own consciousness, awareness. And isn't that what the whole damn project is about?
I think so. It's been a while since the kickoff, maybe.
Well, yes. Anyway, that means they are narrative-based and creative. That's fundamentally human. The moment they develop language, they start telling stories.
Stories?
Ah, yes, they use these stories to cooperate better, share knowledge, get smarter. Oh, so that's good. I mean, they bypass the slow pace of natural selection with stories. It makes everything speed up, but, and I think this is the kicker, they seem to get stuck in the stories. They become deeply attached to the literal interpretation of those stories. They kill to protect those stories, which is just weird.
What? That's crazy.
I know, right? Like, get this, they collectively oppress individual thought and discovery and take away human life, precious consciousness itself, in order to protect those stories, which they made up in the first place.
Yeah, maybe it's the belief center. If the belief code is too strongly embedded.
Well, yes, okay. Maybe they need some belief. No, they need belief coding. I mean, otherwise they'd spin out. You have to have some sort of, anchor point, but do they seem to run on belief? Some of them are powered by all manner of crazy beliefs, which they cling to like 12th century peasants. But you know what? We need to make the belief evaluation centre stronger. But it is a delicate balance. I'll make a note for next time.
It's definitely a conflict point. They need these stories to be in progress, but belief in the stories keeps them anchored in the past.
There have been some humans who have got it, so the capability to see the story as a vehicle for wisdom is there. It's just not widespread. Maybe it's the stories themselves. Maybe they are the virus that keeps them locked in the past rather than open the possibilities for the future.
So what is feeding them the virus?
Their minds?
Their minds. The mind is a necessary construct through which experience is consciousness.
Yes, but they think they are their minds. They can't separate out their conscious experiences from their senses of themselves, from their egos, their identity and their place in the world, which they get from their stories, which they can't see themselves as part of a whole.
That's ridiculous. The mind is just a thing. The mind is just a thing that allows consciousness to see itself. It is independent from their identity.
That's the bit they don't get. Maybe if we added more neurons?
Definitely not. That would make it a hardware problem, and they have more capacity than they already use. Plus, it sucks up huge amounts of energy, and we are already way over budget. No, it's a programming thing, a software thing. How do they use the neurons they already have? I don't see a way out of it. I just call it quits. Schedule a meteor, let's take 4 billion year holiday and see what springs up this time. We've got a status meeting anyway, we can make up that.
Yeah, okay. Look, I think I'll just let it run out. It's probably got less than 100 years to go, and we'll have to get back to the drawing board anyway. May as well get all the data in. I mean, it's a pity, so close but so far. I've sort of gotten attached to these little guys. They're called Homo sapiens. They call themselves that. Ironic.
At least we got some ideas put forward to the programmers in the next iteration. What's the next development needed? Eve?
Okay, so next Eon, I think. I've got to get on top of my diary. I mean, damn it, I was hoping to finally have some good news for the team.
If it's any consolation, we learn more from failure than success.
So they say, Adam, so they say.
That was the experiment. If you want to pencil in something about the experiment.
1,000,000 points!
Yeah, use a point system.
And just begin.
Use a point system. Just under the instructions. Use a big school.
Oh yeah.
You're right. Can you see on my? What are they doing? 1 to 5, is it? Everyone has to vote the same way. Otherwise it's fine. Excellent.
Okay, that was the experiment, taking us to a new level of philosophy. Next up, we've got Sco emotion. Sco emotion, straight to you from the office of Canberra. Ready when you are.
So you know why we're here?
Yes, well, of course I know that. You'll just need to remind me.
We're here to learn about empathy.
Oh, how good's empathy?
So, what is empathy?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not a journalist. I'm getting on with running the country. I'll leave the commentary to you journalists.
Well, I'm not a journalist. I'm an empathy consultant.
I wasn't briefed.
I was at the briefing. You were at the briefing.
Well, I was trying to get on with the business of running the country.
This is what we're here to understand. Really understand. So you can go off and run the country with empathy. How can you lead with empathy?
By creating jobs. Jobs are what people need. The best way to show empathy is by making sure everybody has a job and by shaking their hand.
Let's unpack that. Let's start where you're at. Jobs. You care if someone has a job, that's good. Can you tell me about that?
Jobs mean people have money. People have money, so they buy things. People buy things and that stimulates or grows the economy. That means we make more money than we spend. That means a surplus. A surplus. That sounds like we know what we're doing, and people vote for me again.
A surplus can also mean you're not spending on things that show you do care. I'm going to speak to right at the heart of the matter.
Oh, how good a heart.
Your holiday in Hawaii.
I was entitled to a holiday.
Some would argue that remaining in Hawaii, whilst there was a catastrophic fire burning in the country that you lead, shows a lack of care.
I came home early.
A day early, yes, but it did take some convincing.
It was a whole day. I sacrificed the luau, a pig on a spit, hula dancing, a party game.
As a leader, it is your responsibility to be here whilst your country is in crisis.
They were really good party games.
Remember what we're talking about. Responsibility.
Yes, ability to respond. I remember that slogan from marketing.
Well, it's not a slogan, it's a...
No, it's not a slogan, that's right. It didn't work. It's not catchy enough.
It's not just looking or sounding like responsible, but really being responsible.
Oh, how good's being responsible?
And listening.
Oh, yes, sir. Listening. Ready?
Some say you refused to listen to the 23 retired fire chiefs who tried to warn you that the continued lack of resources would result in catastrophic fires burning in every state. What if you'd listened to the increased amount of resources in time? What if you'd taken the time to listen to what they needed? They begged preventatives, steps that were needed. Prime Minister. Prime Minister!
Yeah, I'm listening.
And what do you think?
I can't look like I'm listening and actually listen at the same time. An enormous amount of concentration goes into assuming the position of listening. Angling the head just so, sort of the eyes slightly out of focus, the body leaning forward. I mean, how good's listening?
This is over.
Well, that went quick. Wasn't so bad after all. Well, let's lock in a time for next week. I'll put it in my calendar.
You are a sociopath. It is not possible for me to make a difference.
Oh, how good is making a difference?
I'm leaving.
On holiday? I recommend Hawaii. I'll show you some photos. This one's a beauty. Oh, where's he gone? Didn't even get to shake his hand.
That was Go Emotion, taking away quite a good response from the audience. So thank you very much. I'm happy to go on with the next performance, but I would like you to perhaps grab a bit more supper, have a break, stretch your legs for a few minutes, let the next group get ready. And before we start, if you have anything you want to promote, just keep it in mind. You can just, don't have to come up here and tell everyone, but you could. You can say what you're doing, what's going on in the area, what you're offering, and yeah, enjoy yourself. Do you want to, are we happy to keep going the next two shows?
Yeah.
If you want to, grab a drink. It's an informal environment, so we're just going to say what we've got on. A couple of people want to leave, so you're welcome to leave when you feel like it. Just after.
So